This program was made possible in part by a grant from the Alaska Center for Excellence in Journalism and viewers like you. Ganalchish, thank you.
I'm Arlene and I'm the gold digger. I know that the crew members love my food, and they even tell the passengers that, the Filipino from New York, from everywhere, they tell them that if you go to Skagway, you have to go to this restaurant, Don't come back without going there. And then they will just go in the back, like I'm cooking, and they go, "Where's the gold digger?" And oh my God, you have to open in New York. Oh my God, you have to open in like this. So, I'm like, okay, they must really like my food.
There is chefs and cook who cook for the menu or for the business. And there is chefs and cooks who cook because they love to cook. And it's a big difference when you love cooking and when you just cook for the basic to cook, yeah. And this gold digger here, she loves cooking, She really loves it, I mean, for her, it's not a matter of just cook. She has to taste everything that she cooks before it goes out.
So I told him that I think this is my passion. Every time I see the customers like saying, "Oh, it's so good," it's just, it makes me feel good and I'm not tired anymore. Like I'll just, make more food for you.
She's only tired when she sees me.
Yeah. I am Arlene Diente, and I'm the cook in the Gold Digger.
Albert Efergan, and I'm the slave of my wife here. She's not the cook, she's the boss.
I moved from Philippines to Florida in '93, from when I graduated from high school. And I'm adopted with by my grandparents, which is my dad's parents, so that's why I'm here. We had a hard life because my dad left us for another woman, so when I was 10, that's when I started trying to make money,
She used actually to get up early in the morning. She used to sell eggs and all that, and she needed to get some money to the family, and she was the one who will take action and went and sell in buses and all that, so her life was not that easy.
I would go absent from school, and I would tell them I'm sick, but I'm not. I'm selling stuff in the buses. But it was, I like it. For me, it wasn't I have to I enjoy doing it because it's making. So I guess I'm working since I was 10. So when I came to Florida, I went to visit my cousin, and my uncle works for Albert, and so he brought me there. I worked for Albert since '93 actually. Well, he was my boss, now I'm his boss.
We had what they call the crew center. Crew center is a place where crew member can come, send money, make phone calls, buy their own home things. The normal ships will carry almost 1,000 crew members. Now it became bigger ships, so it's about 1,500 to 2,000 crew members on the ship. It's basically crew members from everywhere in the world. The large chunk is Filipinos. The next is Indonesian and Indian from India and Indonesia. And then you have Europe and England and South America and all. So you have the whole United Nations on the ship. I sold the businesses in Miami. I decided to move to Alaska because it's fantastic. 5 months you do business and you disappear for 7 months. In Miami you have to be open all year round, so. And then I get a call out of the blue, can I come and work for you in Alaska? Of course I said no.
It's his
No.
story against me.
I was quite happy to.
My idea of Alaska was just, it's cold and you're just there like to work. Like it's a good opportunity because, you know, they say they make money there, you know.
When we're driving from Chicago to Skagway, of course there was a winter time, the end of winter, and it's the beginning of summer, so there was snow everywhere. And she said, oh, I never touch snow. Can you stop? And so I said, yeah, no problem. She goes and, oh, it feels like ice. I said, what do you expect from snow?
From Chicago to Alaska took us like 10 days, you know. The first night it's like, okay, let's sleep. And then he got a hotel and then he said there's no more other room. Like there's
That
only
was the truth.
there was only one room. Okay, so we put like pillow in between and you know. Then the next day, there's still only one room but 2 beds. So he's in another bed and I'm in another bed. Do you remember?
No.
You know, I've been working with him for many years and then, you know, he was divorced and I'm separated, so. And then we kind of like that and we arrived and then I'm supposed to have an apartment, you know, for me. But then I ended up staying in his apartment.
And
So-
why are you going to the detail? She didn't ask you for that.
I don't know.
She only
I just-
said,
I feel comfortable saying.
why
And then I came to Skagway and then you told me that, okay, this is Skagway. And I was like, no, you're kidding, right? Because it was such a small town. I thought it's in the middle of like nothing, you know, but it was just like a job for me. Like, you know, it was like, okay, I'll work this time and then, you know, 6 months I'll go home to Philippines and have my life. So it was just work until, you know, so we ended up together. So that's my life now. In Philippines, when you are married with the older, you know, then you become a gold digger. Like, they won't believe that, okay, may you love each other, like there's something in it, but right away they tell me that, oh, you're so lucky, you know, it's good that you're so lucky to find him. At least now you are an American citizen, you become, you know. And then I just say, yeah, you're right. Like, you know, I don't have to fight with them saying that, hey, he's green card, I'm American citizen. Like, you know, at that time, like, I didn't get, but it's already like the mentality of that when you are with, you know, you're the gold digger. And it became like the talk of town, like, oh, the wife is, you know, and that's where the gold digger. But then we said, you know what, just, you know, I'm a gold digger. So. My secret recipe. Yeah. Nobody can.
we spend more time with each other than with anybody. Then things happened in 2005 and we got married. So just imagine, we are from 1993 up till 22 together. So for those who think gold digger, get it right.
When we had kids, when we have the kids, we decided to stay like one winter. That's when I first experienced being like a resident of Alaska. So there's only like 200 something during the winter in that town. And most of them probably grow up, together. Like, I mean, when they were a kid and they already know each other. I used to bring the kids to school, like, in the morning. And then sometimes people will say hello and sometimes they won't say hello. And I could feel like, they look at you and, so I used to tell Albert that I don't feel comfortable, because maybe I'm the only Asian or something there. I was the only Asian.
There is that, how do you say, that part of the Skagway that will say good morning one day and then the next day they don't know you at all, But that's the way they are, But in general, we got on with everybody. And in the end, we were the place where everybody came, so.
Albert always had this cruise center. And then I noticed that there's a lot of Filipino in the cruise ship, but there's not a lot of Filipino that comes to the business. So then to market that, we need to have something that they would come. So then, I decided that maybe we'll start selling food. I mean, we already selling all these groceries. And so I used to come and I used to cook food and just put it in the middle and they could just come and then grab their food. And then if they want to pay, they want to give something, they do. And it works. So I'm like, okay, they like my food. So I guess, but I'm not a cook or anything. So then the Gold Digger was, it was a business from,
Friend of mine from Haynes owned the restaurant.
Yeah.
And they started as a hot dog and something, and it didn't work very well.
So, when I saw it, I told Albert that, look, they're opening a building for me. Like, I should take a picture there, like Gold Digger.
There was a Gold Digger, and next to us was a place that sells cupcakes. It is called Sugar Daddy.
No, Sugar Mama.
Sugar Mama, sorry.
Yeah.
So there was a Gold Digger, Sugar Mama.
Yeah, it was so I said, let me take a picture of this building. This is my building. Like, at that time, they were just opening it. And so I told him that, my love, why we don't take it over?
So one day, she's on and on. You know how she is about things. Why we don't open the restaurant for?
Yeah.
I said, my love, we so busy here. What do we need? No, it will be good for the crewmen. Fine. So I spoke to him because they closed the place. And I said, we would like to rent the restaurant and all that.
So then we opened it. And so we found a cook and we found help and all this. And, the crew members still love it.
So yun na nga. Good morning, syempre. Nandito kami ngayon sa Skagway, Alaska. Sa mga lugar-lugar, nakarating na rin ako sa Filipino food store. Ang name niya talaga ay Gold Digger. Tapos Filipino restaurant.
We had a chef from Las Vegas. His wife came with him, and she was a problem. So one day she closed the restaurant at 3 o'clock. She decided she doesn't need to ask me. So I told her I don't need her anymore. And it ended up that both of them left. And then she jumped in. She tried to cook what his menu was.
Yeah.
And she was not familiar with that menu.
That day, I remember I cried. Like, because there's so many orders. There's like 200 crew members that are lining up to buy the food. And I don't know anything about, cooking like 8 dishes in one time. I can only cook like one. And the line is, all the way to the back. And so it was hard. And I remember I just started crying. Albert said that, you know what? Just close the door and come back here. We're just gonna stay in one business. Like, which one you want, the restaurant or the cruise center? So then I said, no, I'm not gonna give up. I'm not going, we just opened it and now we're gonna close it. So then I said, can I just close for one day? I'm gonna change the menu and then I'll just cook as what I can cook, and that's how we start.
the minute she took control of the kitchen, I think we
Yeah.
realized.
I think it started with because the crew members, you know, they're always longing for like a home food.
And the great thing about the crew member, we call them crew members, actually seaman crew member, is when they go somewhere and they like it, they spread the word in the ship very quickly. So everybody knows very quickly, oh, it's home cooking, real, honest home cooking.
Okay, gold digger fried rice shrimp and lumpia chicken.
I don't like it. I got the hang of it. Like, and then I noticed that I like it. And so I told him that I think this is my passion. My second passion is being caregiver because I worked like that in Florida. I went to school being a caregiver and I really love taking care of, you know, the geriatrics, like the old people. I guess I'm practicing. Maybe that's why I like you. Nah.
So far, cruise season has been on hold. Coronavirus fears have closed ports up and down the Pacific. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommends Americans avoid cruise ship travel because risk of disease transmission is higher on board the ships.
The COVID hit, but nobody expected what happened in the world. Like, we didn't expect that. Okay, there was some COVID here and there. We heard some rumors and all that, but nobody took it seriously.
The remote community's economy is based on cruise tourism, and it planned for an all-time high in cruise ship visitors this year. So did Juneau and Ketchikan, the other Alaska ports on the itinerary.
We want cruise ships to come here. We want the passengers to come here. We need them to. But we also want good partners. And we want to work with people and cruise ship companies that respect the people in this community and above all else, respect their health.
Skagway basically is 99.9% rely on the cruise ships. That's the biggest income of Skagway. We didn't know when this COVID is going to finish. Is it 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years? Because the cruise ship, at that time, they talked about 1 year suspension of all cruises, So we decided that we're not going to wait for the cruise ships. We better do something, because otherwise we'll end up at the street.
In July, I got a call from them, like they want me to find a location, a place in Juneau to open a Filipino restaurant, which is this Gold Digger. And I said, get out. Seriously, really. But it was a very crucial time, As a small business, you'll be like, you still have that scary, like, it's like gambling. But I thought, this is a good breakthrough.
In Juneau, when we first came here, of course, my aunt was already there. And so she has a lot of friends because she's been here for a long time. And so her friends become my friends. With the people, the Filipino community, I feel like I'm accepted. I don't know, because maybe they already know my aunt, or I remember before when I used to come here and I long so much to know, like when I go to Fred Meyer, I just say hello to everyone. And sometimes they don't say hello, maybe they think I'm weird. Like, cause I get so excited, like when I say Filipino and I just start talking to them and, hi, and they probably look at me like, what's wrong with this girl? But now, it's just, I feel home.
Easier.
Since I came to Juneau in 1986, we have this Filipino community which is still existing in downtown. And of course, to eat Filipino foods, your Filipino community, we have parties, it's like every month. So gatherings, dancing, karaoke, and then singing and food, and camaraderies. That's what we always look for. But then again, changes, pandemic came, in short. So the Gold Digger really brought that back, but in a new location or a different ambiance.
since we are together, this is the first time that we live in the States where we are not nomads anymore. Like, before we open, everybody's already by the door for us to open. Yeah. The Filipino that comes all the time, they're always here like almost every week. Like you always see same people coming and yeah. It's nice. I like it when it's like that. I guess in Skagway, we didn't really think about marketing so much with the local because it's more like for the crew members because it's like the crew member restaurant. But then here it was changed because then we know that there is no cruise ships and we're way far from downtown, and so we open here and we know that it's going to be the local.
Ship people are different customer than the crew members. They want to eat, they want quick food, and they want to go back to ship because they're working. This is different. This is more relaxed, and you can talk to people, and you can check things and all that.
Every Sunday, have this like group of ladies that from church that normally they go to other restaurants, but then when Gold Digger opened, then they decided to just like more of hang out here and eat food here, and then socialize and laughter and jokes and whatnot. And then after eating, they go home, they change, they come back for Zumba.
Everybody here in Gold Digger are family already, and this is all my family that we gather together every Sunday here. Not every Sunday from church, and even weekdays too. We always come here just to like say hi to them and eat some food, the authentic food that they serve us.
This is extra smile from the owner.
Extra. We're always happy to come here all the time because people are welcoming, especially the owner, and they even give us dessert after our eating. After we eat, they always give us dessert. That's why
free
we're
dessert.
kind of like family.
Filipinos are known for adobo, lumpia, pancit, but Filipinos are not just that. We're not just food. We are here also for relationships. Yes, camaraderie. We talk about anything, and even politics.
The struggle of closing.
Struggle of closing this. She always put too much sauce. So we have to fight.
In our restaurant, everybody's friends. Like most of the Filipino will gather in one restaurant and act like a big family there. We're always having party there. Like it's not just like eating, but it's a party. Like because everybody knows, everybody.
I'm sure you've been around in restaurants around Juneau, and I've been around in every restaurant in Juneau, well, almost every restaurant. And many of them you go and you get the menu and they'll give you the food, and then they'll give you the bill and bye-bye. How was the food? Good? Okay, yeah, ciao. You come to the Gold Digger and it's different. It's more family thing, it's more friend. We laugh, we talk, we joke and all that.
One senior even said that we cleaned the table for you, so it's ready. Like,
They did. They cleaned the table, they brought the dirty plates.
Yeah. There's not a lot of Filipino restaurants because I guess not a lot of them know about our food. Like when you differentiate it with like Chinese, when you say Chinese food, everybody, knows Chinese. Like everybody knows what to order,
Thai,
everybody, Thai, Japanese, it's all, but not many Filipino because they don't know our food. Like for example here, they only know pancit. When you think of Filipino, you think adobo, pancit. That's all they order because they haven't tried, something else because they don't want to try, because they're scared to try because, it's not familiar like, other dishes. Our food is good, like
It's cooked with love.
No, I'm not talking about our food, like our food as a Filipino.
Yeah.
You know, you enjoy the food and at the same time you enjoy the whole time that you are there. So I guess that's what make us, you know, I want our restaurant to be like that. Like good food and where all the friends.
Friendly place.
Yeah. Where all your friends can be together.
And
right?
where you can dig for gold if you want.
This program was made possible in part by a grant from the Alaska Center for Excellence in Journalism and viewers like you. Thank you.